I'm back from a short Christmas break. Of course, ignore that if you're watching these videos after I've uploaded them. I know that happens an awful lot. But, anyway, back with Chapter 15, Return of the Prince. Let's go take back our homeland, shall we? With the aid of super strong warp magic. And we've got a new theme here. And this one's pretty awesome too. So, yeah, new intro theme, which presumably means we're going to be getting new player phase and enemy phase themes. And yeah, so Goto is so powerful, his warp magic can send you across the continents. Then again, just sending you across the map is still broken enough. But anyway, so apparently we're up against someone known as General Abel, which for some reason sounds a little too similar to the name of one of the characters on our side in the previous game, for my liking. That's interesting. That's kind of interesting. Now, I'm not sure if that's either a mistranslation or whether the capital of Altea is in fact called Unri, after its founder. That would sort of make sense. Although, again, yeah, it does feel kind of weird using a person's name as a capital city, I don't know, but still. And, right, now we've got Tiki lookalike hair, due to answering yes to Zane's question before. And apparently, I've done the option that makes your my unit really gullible. So, yeah, apparently... Yeah, wearing your hair like that won't give you Tiki's awesome growth rates. But anyway, if you look at the map above, you'll notice a familiar shape. Yes, this map is exactly, well, pretty similar. Okay, here's how's everyone? Sorry. First. Oh, hey! Finally, I get stat boost on someone I'm actually using. That's really awesome. Oh, strength potion. Oh, that's alright. Okay. Experience for a crappy pre-promote. But anyway, look at that map. Yes, this map is the same as, I believe... Was it chapter 15 of Shadow Dragon? I'm not sure, but the chapter where you reclaim Altea. So basically, yeah, we're gonna have to reclaim Altea for the second time, this series. In the exact same map. Which is still kind of interesting, but they do make things new and fresh, as you'll see, very soon. But basically, the one thing you probably want to know firsthand is that there are an awful lot of droppable items in this chapter. A huge amount of droppable items. See, silver sword, silver axe, door key, rapier. Ooh, that's nice. I don't think there were any droppable rapiers in Shadow Dragon. Steel bow, L-fire, vulnerary, steel lance. Basically, there's if you look at the item list on Serene's Forest, there's an enormous list of droppable items in this chapter. Oh, right a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, who's this? That's Abel, and he's an enemy, and he's standing next to General Treeface. Sorry, I like to call that guy General Treeface because of his ridiculous facial hair. I seriously cried laughing when I first saw that guy's portrait. But anyway, Marv has pretty much the same reaction as us. Apparently Abel is on the enemy side, which really doesn't make any sense, given that he was one of our most loyal knights in the last game. And yeah, we haven't seen much of him. We've heard about him, but we haven't really seen him that much. Yeah, according to Abel's ending back in Shadow Dragon, he left the army and opened up a shop. The fact that he was soon to be married had something to do with it. But it seems like not only has he gone off to battle again, but as our enemy. I'm not sure if you've been using Kane and you've got Kane supports, if he's mentioned Abel in those supports. I haven't really seen his. Yeah, although there is a certain item that I've got that will make seeing supports easier, but you'll see that a bit later in the playthrough. Anyway, Martha's saying that he'll talk to him, but you have to be a little careful. I'll explain to you how to deal with Abel once we get to the chapter itself. It should be pretty obvious when you see, what it's like in the chapter. But basically, you don't want to have Marth talk to him immediately. But anyway, we now have the light sphere, and we can now free Hardin from the dark sphere. But unfortunately, for the time being, we've got Altair in our path. But that's good, because we're going to have to reclaim our homeland anyway. And now our third conversation with Narbal here. And once again, he's all versed to the power of friendship. Funnily enough, he's actually not that different from Ogma in that way. Which I find kind of interesting. Well, of course you can't see that in the portraits, but anyway. I mean, did she do that during training, or, I don't know. And this bit's actually kind of interesting. You finally see Bayunit showing some emotion. They seem to be out. I do love that line, though. It's like one of the first times they've shown some, like, they've got, like, ridiculously over-emotional. Anyway, but Narbal finds that annoying, and now it's time for Ogma's third support with Sheeta. Which you start with no music. Which is interesting. Normally noticing someone sneak up on you was a good thing. Then again, does that mean Ogma is used to having people sneak up on him and try and kill him? I mean, he probably is, but, he can certainly handle it. I mean, he's, one of the most powerful characters in this game, I believe. And yeah, I didn't realize that, but Ogma and Narbal's third supports actually have kind of a similar tone. The only difference is that Narbal outright refuses to admit that he, has any kind of concern for those around him, whereas Ogma certainly does. He just, at first, thinks it's a weakness rather than a strength. And of course ends up having that, reversed. And now we get to this one. This will be the last militia conversation this playthrough, in terms of supports, so enjoy it while you still can. Enjoy, I say in inverted commas, but anyway. Will the truth come out this time, or... Now that's interesting. Well, I think there's one very obvious solution to that. Guess she's always been in love with Marth her whole life. That doesn't sound good. That really doesn't sound good. Uh-oh. This might result in chaos. Yeah, I'm as concerned as you are, Sheeta. Now anyway, as to who the other prince is, well, the game doesn't actually say. And that's kind of interesting. Because, well, I don't know, there isn't actually any indication of who that second prince is, but, one thing I always thought it would be funny if she met Luke. You know, because Luke has always been looking for a beautiful cleric, and, she just happens to be a cleric who fantasizes about meeting a chivalrous knight who'll come and rescue her and take her to a castle or something like that. I always thought it would be funny if they ended up meeting, but I don't think that happens in this game, sadly. Though, again, it would be absolutely hilarious if it did. And again, I'm just showing off these Dragonstone boosts again because I'm going to show them in the drill grounds in a little bit. So yeah, you already saw some of these boosts back in the last chapter, but anyway, to recap, Firestone is mostly strength and defense, Icestone is skill and very high defense, Divine Stone is basically the most powerful one of all, though you want to save that for when you're fighting dragons for the most part. Wyvern Stone provides higher speed, and Mage Stone makes you immune to magic, so it's great for fighting mages, but cuts your speed significantly. Thankfully, we've got a big bullion in the last one, so we can go and spend a lot of it on the drill grounds. Now that there isn't much useful stuff in secret shops from now on, except towards the very end, we can feel free to spend as much money as we want on the drill grounds. So anyway, first up, Divine Stone. Bang. Yeah. Tiki's only weakness is her relatively low HP, but, yeah, she usually obliterates most things before they even have the chance. Right, now, see, notice how the Ice Stone causes, them to do 0 damage when before they do, more with the Fire Stone? Yes, that's one of the main benefits of the Ice Stone. Of course, Divine Dragon provides a bigger defense boost, but when you don't want to waste that, Ice Dragon is a good substitute, and it provides a good boost to skill, so you might be able to critical a bit more often. And next up is... oh, that's still one-hit kill, one-hit kill. Yeah, notice they double me when I got the Mage Stone? Yeah. Now, I want to show up something where... yeah, see? Notice how with the Wyvern Stone I double, and with the others I don't? Yeah, that's the main benefit of the Wyvern Stone. Her turning into a Wyvern brings back really bad memories. Please stop being a Wyvern, Tiki. Please stop being a Wyvern. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, level up time! Yeah, Tiki's pretty much guaranteed to gain at least 4 stats in the, drill grounds. Anyway, now I was going to show off, well, I guess I could show Firestone now. Firestone, again, pretty simple. Bantu was the one who used this all the time. In the original history of the Emperor, in fact, Bantu could only use Firestones. He couldn't even use Wyvern Ice and Mage Stones. It was like the developers were basically screaming, Bantu sucks, don't use him. Now, I was wanting to show off the Mage Stone, but, as you'll see here, I'm fighting a Mage here. But what happens when I switch to the Mage Stone? I'm now fighting a pirate. Yeah, the arena is actually quite clever. They actually won't let you fight mages if you're using a Mage Stone, which makes a lot of sense, given that you wouldn't be able to lose at all. Like, seriously, it'd be impossible to lose. But, fortunately, the Mage Stone provides a good boost in defense, so this pirate's going to be doing no damage to me, even if though they're not a magic user. And yeah, that's basically what a Mage Dragon looks like. You probably haven't had a chance to see that in this playthrough, but yeah, that's Mage Dragon, basically. You'll be seeing more of them later, and trust me when I say they are annoying. Probably the second worst type of dragons next to Wyverns. I mean, they're more dangerous than Wyverns, but, yeah, fast infinite experience in the drill ground. And, I can give this bow a try. Yeah, for some reason, I actually really love warriors with bows, mostly because their strength is so high, they can do massive damage, even with, low-level bows. And, you know, I liken being hit by a warrior with a bow is akin to being hit in the face with a double-barreled shotgun. It's kinda unsubtle compared to other bow classes, but it does an awful lot of damage. And when they double with it, you would better watch out. Anyway, I'm thinking of reclassing Marisu here, just seeing what classes she's got access to. I was tossing up a flying or a cavalry class because this map is pretty big, but I don't really need them to cover a lot of ground quickly, so yeah, notice how her strength is already maxed as a sniper. I guess picking the Orphan gave the boost to that, but anyway. I was just, eventually I ended up deciding on... yeah, I was being really indecisive here, but eventually I kind of thought, yeah, female general. I'll go with female general. Yeah, because you can't see your unit's faces if they're in an armored class, they had to differentiate the female general by making it pink. And it was only when I actually started playing this chapter, because I've never actually used a female general in this game before. Hey, alright, let's do an experiment. If Mary Sue can kill things with a toy bow, she is officially broken. And it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen. Oh, I've only got one use of that weapon sword left. Probably time to use that merge command. And there's Katria, who's already maxed something by this point. Oh boy. Yeah, the cat may be kind of low, but she is still broken regardless. Speaking of broken, see, we got one weapon sword that's almost broken, and one weapon sword that has 17 uses. Here is a... Given there are a lot of armors in this map, I might want to bring the armor slayer, but see, this is a good time to use the merge command. So I can merge it with this one. And now I have an 18 use weapon sword. Again, thanks to Mage Knight 404's Shadow Dragon playthrough for this, without that playthrough, I would not have known the merge command even existed. Yeah, I really didn't look at the, commands in this game much, mostly because I'm used to playing the Japanese version of Shadow Dragon, where, of course, since the merge command was completely new to the series, I had no idea what its kanji was, so I never even found it. Oh, wait, Brian has a poleaxe for some reason? You know what, I might as well take a silver bow. Ah, that killer bow, I hate it so much. And another steel one. He can kill things just fine with steel weapons, actually, but Sirius, I think, needs some better weapons, because his strength is kind of a little low by our standards now. So he may need some, not that one yet, not that one, I'm saving that one for a special occasion. But, maybe something like a silver sword, maybe? Silver lance, too. Now, Sheeta needs a new wing spear, I believe. We've got a Rider's Bane there, but it's pointless giving her that when she's got the Wing Spear, which is basically Rider's Bane and more. You'll get the Rider's Bane then, because you don't have a Wing Spear equivalent. I mean, it's not like she needs any help killing stuff as it is, but... Oh well, at least it means both my flyers will now have coverage against mounted units, and IoT Shield. Be sure to make use of that. It wasn't of any use in the previous chapter because there were no archers, but now, yeah, it's going to be useful. I'm giving it to Katria mostly so that she can be a complete tank against everything. Now, also, I believe the AI... Oh, you'll see it later. The AI's archers are, I'm pretty sure... Anyway, we finally have a 12 deployment count. Sorry, I have to cut myself off there. If we pick out Zane, we'll be able to bring Militia back for some fun. Right there, but we might need a few stars. But I want to take the poleaxe. Because if there's any time to use it, it's now. There's an awful lot of cavalry in this chapter. Of course, not as much as one of the later chapters. I mean really later chapters. It's going to be absolutely full of paladins. The map is going to be swarming with paladins when we get there. But, yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. What we do want to bring is, we probably want to bring the rescue staff. It's not required in order to recruit a certain character, but it makes it a lot easier. Again, you don't actually need the rescue staff for this, and in fact, I realised my worry about rescue staff uses was kind of unfounded. You actually do get another rescue staff, and you get it really soon. Anyway, may as well give Militia a magic tome just so that she can actually fight. Not that she'll be any good at it with her massively RNG-screwed magic. Oh, game, why did you RNG screw her? I've seen another playthrough on YouTube where someone's using Cecile as a cleric, and she has better magic than that. In fact, better stats at almost everything than this, despite being not promoted. RNG, why are you screwing with Militia? I mean, it's okay, I mean, I'm not actually really using her that much anyway, so... I guess it's sort of fine, but, okay, an awful lot of paladins over that end, and a couple of, horse archers, which is bad for Sheeta, but what's even worse for Sheeta is those ballistas. Both of them have arrow space, both of them are effective against flyers. Now, you can fly over and try and take them out as soon as you can. Except that you'll be in range of a sniper. Yeah. Which is what the IoT shield is for. But the other thing is, you're also got to be careful you don't get in range of Abel. Because if you do, well, actually... The fail channel! And I'm gonna skip the intro this time, because this video is already long enough as it is. But I will just say this. There are several reasons why you don't want to put yourself in Abel's range before you're ready. Here is one of them. So I thought, hey, why not have Sheeta go down and kill this ballista? That'll really help us out. Unfortunately, Katria was not quite able to take down the other ballista, which means, well, see for yourself. Naturally, the very first thing the enemy does is this. Whoa, she just barely survived that. Would have preferred if she'd dodged that, though. Unfortunately... oh. Come on, please not... oh! Oof. Not good. Killing your former liege's fiancé. Ouch. I think Abel deserves a special title for that, so I am officially bestowing upon him the title of... Ultimate Betrayer. But, even if Sheeta had dodged either one of those, she would most likely have brutally murdered Abel with her killer lance. Well, not quite as amusing as the time Marsha brutally killed her own brother Makalov with a killer lance crit. Yes, disclaimer, that actually did happen to me once. Shame I wasn't recording at the time. But anyway, still painful. There is no happy ending for this story, so the moral is, stay out of Abel's range until you're sure you can deal with him. Kinda ironic though, given that how, their original namesakes, Cain was the one who was the traitor and not Abel. But you'll find out Abel's reasons for being a dirty traitor soon. He's not as bad as you probably think. So anyway, we've really got to watch out for those ballistas, like I just said, and that sniper. Sheeta just barely survived one shot with one of those, although she really should have dodged game. They were using the proper evasion formula, she probably would have dodged. Oh, killer bone, that doesn't bode well for us. Especially doesn't bode well the fact that it's droppable and Ryan will probably get it and loads critical with it. Now, it was right now that I came up with a cunning plan. If I move Fina down there, she'll be able to dance for Katria, and, hopefully, help Katria finish off that ballista in one turn. But there were some complications I didn't quite think through. We'll get to that later. Anyway, as you'll see there, S was there in a cell saying how it's all her fault apparently, and... I seriously don't understand how that guy can talk through all that facial hair. But anyway, apparently his soldiers can understand you. But anyway, we're now going to find out why Abel is betraying us. Yep, so basically, if he doesn't fight you, they will kill Est, who, he is together with at this point. Yeah, I really hate that guy. But here's a general who I do not hate, not in the slightest. Yep, Dolph is finally back, although for some reason it feels really strange seeing his mouth move, because back in Shadow Dragon he was one of those characters who never said anything at all. Like, really, never even said anything. So again, seeing his mouth move was kind of weird, but oh, I mean, you'll see him smile if you get his support, and that looks really weird. But, anyway, for the time being, we're going to be getting Dolph, the general, who used to be from Arcania, but now he's, retired because Arcania has no justice. Right. Dolph has joined us for great justice. Yeah, I'm not going to try and hide it. Dolph was one of my favourite characters in Shadow Dragon, though I really don't really know why. I don't know, I just always thought he was cool. I mean, that armor just looks awesome. And the fact that I really like generals, and Dolph was one of the best you could have back in Shadow Dragon. I mean, Roger was good too, but Drow had, like, no defense group. But yeah, Dolph had pretty good defense growth by the standards of that game, and also not bad speed either. So he generally ended up the best for me as far as generals went, and I often used him in my playthroughs. He was one of my favourite characters to use, actually. Now, sadly, he's now been downgraded to just another crappy pre-promote. Yeah, just look at his bases. I believe I don't really have to say anything else except after this I'm going to show you his base stats compared to Mary Sue's current stats. She is a level 4 general, one level lower than him, and she wildly outclasses him in every single stat, and she hasn't even been the general the whole game. My general, my unit, in my first playthrough, whoa boy, massively outclassed this guy. Yeah, that's pretty sad. His bases are absolutely awful, except for defense, and even then, I mean, it's still pretty bad for a level 5 general. Draug or, Roger, if you've promoted them, they should have maxed their defense before promotion, so they should have more than 20 defense by level 5. So yeah, that's still pretty bad. And his growths, while they're pretty good, they don't really do much to make up for it, because he only has 15 levels, and if you look at his average stats, yeah, he doesn't turn out too well. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's really not worth using a general if they don't max out defense on average, because again, that's really the real reason why you're using them. You also want good strength, and his average strength at level 20 is actually not that great by general standards. And then you've got his speed. His speed average at 20 is absolutely abysmal, and he will get doubled by just about everything later in the game. Not only that, but he doesn't have a very good bow range. He does have an auto beam with lances, but still. Yeah, and to add insult to injury, there is a second pre-promote general we'll be getting soon, and he's actually better than this guy in most areas, so in all honesty, if you want a pre-promote general, use Horus. Horus came earlier, he actually has better growths overall, and he'll turn out better. But if you want a general that isn't a pre-promote, as in is actually good, you should use Draug or Roger. I recommend Roger personally, but whatever's good for you. So yeah, Dolph, unfortunately, one of my favourite characters in the original game, is now, sadly, a shadow of his former self. Now yeah, just look at Dolph's base stats compared to Mary Sue. Yeah, note that Mary Sue is one level lower than him, and she has only just become a general. That's not good. And now here's our other new character. Okay, I'll just get this out of the way right now. I know the Stop Having Fun guys of the fandom absolutely despise Est, and will take any opportunity to slag her off in any forum conversation whatsoever. I personally really feel bad for her, so I'm gonna review her without that mentality in mind. I completely don't subscribe to that mentality, by the way. I don't really care about turn counts or efficiency or anything. I just care that my characters have good stats and they make the game easier for me. So, I'll just get right to it. Now, Est is pretty interesting. She joins late and unpromoted, but as you can see there, her growths are absolutely ridiculous, especially that strength growth. I mean, that's just crazy. And if you look at those averages, yeah, if you do train her, you will be rewarded. Very, very rewarded. Yes, when promoted, she'll just slaughter absolutely everything. And given that those growths generally derive mostly from her base growths, she'll be amazing regardless of what class you make her, and as a result of that, she's actually a very good character to use if you're planning on doing Wi-Fi battles, although she may need a few angelic robes to help her HP if you're doing that. But anyway, very good for Wi-Fi battles because, as you can see, she's all but guaranteed to max out just about every stat. But getting there is the real problem, and it's kind of a problem now because, well, if Esther joined during Unri's Way, she'd probably be pretty amazing, because back then, experience is very plentiful. Now, we've just left the plethora of dragons behind, and so she doesn't really have all that much to level up against, which is kind of annoying. However, it is possible to get her for Prologue 8. You'll only be able to use her for one Prologue chapter, but that chapter just so happens to be absolutely filled with thieves, and you know thieves are your best source of experience in the early game. If you let S get a lot of kills there, she will probably be up to a pretty decent level by the time you get her back, and that would really help. Of course, remember that by the time you get her back, she's a hostage, so her inventory has been stripped. You'll need to give her a weapon if you want to make her useful in this chapter. So just keep that in mind. Now, interestingly enough, her bases are actually really good by the standards of her level. You know, it's only that by this point in the game that having an unpromoted character is just not quite ideal. That's really the only reason why people say her bases are terrible. They're actually not. By the standards of her level and class, they're actually really good, especially luck. That luck base is really high. Not only that, but starting with a C rank at level 5 is actually freaking amazing. And so she'll be able to use everything up to Killer Lances by this point, so yeah, that's actually quite good. The only problem is, again, yeah, it's kind of hard to get her experience. You can either try arena abusing her if you're feeling particularly risky, or use the drill grounds. Now, with a growth total that high, she's guaranteed to gain... Wait a minute, let me do a calculation for myself here. Okay, done calculation. She's got a growth total of 410 as a Pegasus Knight, which means that she'll be guaranteed to gain 4 stat ups and have a 10% chance of gaining a 5th one. That's pretty good. Although she certainly has the potential to gain more than that in regular level ups. But anyways, using her in the drill grounds though will cost an awful lot of money, so yeah, you're going to have to be prepared to shell out a lot of cash. But anyway, if you have the patience, S can be really good. Unfortunately, her main weakness is the fact that her siblings are already amazing, and they joined much earlier than she does. That's really the real problem she suffers from. Because, I mean, yeah, she is amazing in and of herself. It's just that Katria, you got her back in Chapter 2, and she's already ridiculously broken. So if you want a ridiculously broken Pegasus/Draco, you're probably using her already. Paula too. Paula starts with the ability to use Silver Lances, and despite her speed growth being kind of low, her base is so high that really doesn't matter. So, if you want a ridiculously powerful Pegasus Knight, you're probably using either of them by now. And yeah, well, at least it isn't as sad for her as it was in the original game. In the original game, since Starsphere Shards boosted growth rates, those two were pretty much likely to have even better growth than her by this point, so that really rendered her kind of moot. But now it's a bit less hard on her. But if you want to use her, you want to get as many level ups for her in the prologue as you possibly can. And you want to, yeah, you'll need to baby her quite a bit. But I personally don't find that big a deal, but then again, I don't really care about turn counts. So, right, that's Est. She'll be amazing if you can train her, but that is a pretty big if. About Est's stats. I'm going to talk here about her current situation, because she's in a bit of a pickle. She is locked in a cell with no weapons, and sharing a cell with a general with a killer lance. Yeah, that's not that good. Now, at this point you're probably thinking, rescue staff, rescue staff, rescue staff, rescue staff, rescue staff. But that may not be, well, you can do that, and that's probably the easiest way to make sure you save her. But, you know that general in the cell? It actually won't attack her, at least not yet. So, you don't have to worry about rescuing her for the time being. You can leave her in the cell for a few turns if you want. This is because, just like the chapter opening explained, Est is a hostage. Her main purpose is to ensure Abel's loyalty. If Abel defects to your army, the enemy will execute her, and thus the general in the cell will begin attacking her. But until then, that general won't. Now, Abel is right there, and Abel will freely attack anyone in your army. Yeah, he pretty much has Nathus syndrome massively, but in his case it's justified. He'll attack anyone in your army unless either Marv convinces him or he knows that Est is safe. In other words, you have Est talk to him. Now, the S way is probably safer, and that generally involves either rushing the cell, killing the general, because I'm pretty sure if you attack the general yourself, he'll start attacking S. Kill the general, rush the cell, and get S out and have her go and talk to Abel. Alternatively, you can do the method that I'm going to use soon, and use the rescue staff on her and get her to talk to Abel then. I would not recommend getting her to talk to Abel now, because of those ballistas and that sniper who will brutally murder her. I mean, seriously, she'll explode into a shower of feathers and chunks. So, yeah, that is not that nice. See, what I'm going to do now here is, yes, use that plan. Got to make sure that no one's in range of Abel, and that Elrond, all 4 spaces that S could possibly be teleported to, are not in ballista range. So, rescuing her right now. Now I don't have to worry about that general. I can just take care of him at my own leisure. Gotta keep S out of the ballista range though, obviously. And oh boy, this is bad. Ow, 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 ow. It was here I realised there was something I didn't quite think through about this plan, and that was it. Oh crap. Phew, that was close. Phew. At least you kind of get to see what Feeder looks like fighting. Weirdly enough, in the original Mystery of the Emblem, she in fact did have her own battle theme, which was strange. Oh, sure, you crit now, but you didn't crit the ballista before. Anyway, yeah, she had her own battle theme that played when she attacked. Also, weirdly enough, is the fact that, oh, crap. Phew, that IoT shield, I don't know where I'd be right now. Yeah, good thing for that IoT shield. Weirdly enough, the AI is kind of stupid, and, they go for flyers with archers, regardless of whether they have the IoT shield or not. Anyway, though, like I was saying, but, the other weird thing is about Feeder is that her battle sprite... There we go. Is that her battle sprite clearly shows her wielding a rapier-like weapon, but she can't actually use rapiers anymore. But, whoa, that was a big, ow. But you're gone. Yeah, wow, I underestimated the movement of those guys severely. Oh, sword. This is bad, but if I can hit... Boom! There we go. I love one-shotting, knights with Bast's, but I don't like Restore Staff! Not Restore Staffs, Fortify Staff, sorry. Restore Staff doesn't even exist in this game because there are no statuses. Anyway, though, it was about now that I realised we've got to rush that village quickly, because the thief is going to get there first if we don't do anything about it. Fortunately, the only enemies left over here are ones that can't counterattack at melee range, so I can get some axe experience for Augment here. Oh, to level up. Yeah, promoted units give decent experience, but not nearly as much as dragons did, so we're going to be leveling up a bit more slowly than we used to. I do, however, want to get rid of this guy now. 90% chance of hitting, but if I miss, Bast dies. That is, though, then again, considering that, this is only the second turn, I think I'll take that risk. Yeah, Elrond needs to heal. However, I can have Bast. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Massive, massive damage there. Wow. See, I like in Fire Emblem Awakening how you can actually see how much damage an attack does, and Bast has already maxed his speed. Yeah, sadly, Warrior does not have a high speed cap. Yeah, I do not like Warrior's low speed cap, but it's good enough to double most enemies at this point. Including this guy. Woof! Wow, it's so satisfying to one-shot things with a poleaxe. So satisfying. Though I am going to need to heal him now. Yeah, may as well want to try out that new Recover Staff. Whoa! Yeah, on people like Bast with such massive HP, probably best to use the Recover Staff. You're not going to be healing their full HP otherwise. Healing staffs don't actually heal that much in this game. It's now a fixed number plus, I think, half your magic, not all your magic. Oh boy, that guy's in range of shooting now, isn't he? That's bad. That is very, very bad. Very, very, very bad. But we've got that ballista in our face, although we're going to have to heal. And come back and take care of it later. Yeah, not great, but... Yeah, I mean, Elrond's growths overall are not as good as Merrick's, so I shouldn't be surprised, but still, he's not been getting good level ups. Unfortunately, Sheeta is not killing this thing with a javelin because low strength plus nerfed javelin made of rubber equals not very good damage. This is again the first time I've been using a female general, and wow, you do 1 damage. And then again, my defense isn't that high by general standards. Hopefully some level ups in the class will get a defense up a bit. Anyway though, and I did not realise before how ridiculously girly female generals look. I guess they had to make them pink to differentiate them from male generals. Because of course, there are no unique class palettes in this game, which I really don't like, actually. Not only that, but they're also, you can't, of course, since generals wear helmets, you can't tell their gender without actually, having to color code their armor, but still. I kind of nicknamed them Barbie generals when I started using them here because, yeah. Speaking of female generals, I remember on one of Serenades Forest's random trivia quizzes, there is actually a female general as an enemy in one chapter, and it's actually, surprisingly enough, not the boss named Larissa in Shadow Dragon. That guy's actually a guy named Larissa. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't even look girly in the slightest, but still. Larissa, really? A guy named anyway. But basically, there was in fact a female general as a generic enemy in the chapter Genesis of Fire Emblem 7, Blazing Sword. I believe that is one of the Kishuna, aka the Magic Seal, side quest chapters. Did Bars just block that ballista bolt with his axe? Anyway, if that had crit, I would have been in serious trouble. But fortunately, I quit, so they're in serious trouble. I hate these stupid bishops. Fortunately, I can kill those guys. Unlike that annoying one back in Chapter 5, but still. Like I was saying, that Chapter Genesis, in Blazing Sword, yeah, there was a female general as an enemy in that one, and apparently it's impossible to tell without looking at their constitution, aka weight. They're probably slightly lighter than male generals, but oh, I can't one-shot him, which means I'm gonna need to block off this village. Now, come on, if I get a lucky crit with a killer bow, I might be able to take him out in one shot. Come on, and it's official, that killer bow hates me, yep. Goodbye, killer bow, and good riddance. You died how you lived, not living up to your name, and not getting criticals. I hate that killer bow, and I am glad it's gone. Right then. Time to block off those villages, because as you can see there are 2 villages right next to each other. But if you've played Shadow Dragon, you'll know the gimmick with those. You can only visit one of them, because apparently the 2 villages absolutely hate each other, and if they realise that Mars is one of them, they're gonna lock off their gates to him, well, the other one is. Oh dear, if I move Sheeta over there, she'll get ballistic. But it's a risk I'm willing to take. And you'll get to see Falconites using swords there. Anyway, oh, I really hope that I crit. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do enough to kill, am I? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's bad, bad. This could end very badly. Although, if I get rid of that armor right now, Sheeta can survive being hit with a ballista with 1 HP. That should be fine. Now, here's the test. Can Mary Sue kill things with a joke weapon? I think she passed that with flying colours. Yes, congratulations, Mary Sue, you are broken. As if it wasn't already obvious, now I know for sure. Yeah, broken. Completely, absolutely, totally, utterly broken. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure which heal extend down this way. Since he actually can't do any healing, I'll just need to heal, don't need to use recover here. There, you go there, just a little worried about being hit by a sniper and then a mage, and I really should have healed Fina. Still, I should be able to get these villagers next turn. And those 2 don't need to move, so I'll just have them just go there. And phew, yeah. And she dodged. Well, you dodged that time, you don't dodge that first attempt. Hello. Yeah, didn't think so. Goodbye. Who's next? Oh, wow, you're really stupid. Oh, what, so the 33% hit me, but the other one didn't? Uh-oh. Ow. And they love going for fast, maybe because of his low defense. Anyway. Ha ha! Oh, I would have loved to see that hit. Thieves, Tiki, and Archer. That's pretty funny. Then again, Ryan does have freakishly high defense. So it's kind of understandable. Oh, I seriously want to get rid of this guy, and he is gone! Phew, now I don't need to worry. I unfortunately can't go for those two, I can't get rid of those two bishops without Abel attacking us, and you know how that ends. Now, just realised we actually need a door key to get in there. And another crit. We will need a door key to get in there, so I'm going to have to bring one over, because we didn't bring Julian. Probably should have brought Julian in hindsight, but anyway, I was just happy to be able to use everyone now. Can I one-shot this mage? Yes, I one-shot him with a hand axe, wow. Poof, and gone. Yeah, bars can be really fun sometimes, one-shotting stuff. Ugh, I can't one-round you with an axe, that's really annoying. I do one-round you with a, I have to use the silver, but I just want to get rid of this guy quickly. Whoa, yep, definitely one-rounded. Definitely one-rounded. Oh, yay, another rubber javelin. Who needs healing? You need healing. So Fina needs healing too. Fina desperately needs healing, and I only just realised that, so, dance for you. Now you heal. There you go. And can Elrond heal anyone? Yes he can. Just because any bit of staff experience is good, I've got to grind his staff level just so he can use better staffs. Right then. This thief needs to go. This thief really needs to go. That thief needs to go, and that thief needs to go. So, I'll get rid of this thief here. Yeah, I'll use the wing spear. And quick, bye-bye. I have forgot to talk about the map theme, or the enemy phase theme, I just realised. And defense again. That's really weird. I will do that in the next part, because I'm running out of time now. The next part will be a bit more, I don't know, not so much boring, just a bit more, stable, if that makes sense. Given that it involves a lot of reinforcements, and I one-shot you even with a steel lance. And rapier, there we go. Marv actually needed a new rapier, so that's good. There's an arena down there too. But anyway, save point here. And we probably want to hit it now. So, see you next time.